shots, right? So we did a photo shot at the White House, and there's this group of Spanish kids who are on tour, and they're kind of hanging out. And you know, the White House, if you've ever been there, it kind of wears thin after about 30 seconds. Oh yeah, there's that White House. It's white. It's behind the fence. And so one after another, these kids come up one by one and say, "Oh, can I get a picture with Einstein?" "Sure, sure." And then another one, "Sure, sure." And before you know it, there's a few more, and then there's 24 around me, and then they're chanting something, "Lingua, lingua, lingua." And I'm like, what do you think? "Oh, they want the that tongue shot." They were just so full of good cheer and humor. It was a joyous moment. And after 3 days of 100-degree plus in BC, the sky opened. We were soaked to bone in maybe a minute. And it was just a wonderful moment. I got an email back from the guy that hired me. He said, "I'll never forget. That was so amazing." And it was. And I won't either. It was a lot of fun. So then my next gig, last spring, well, I didn't see it coming. Anyway, I was working in the garden in April after the second frost last April, and I'm thinking, wouldn't it be nice to visit my brother in Mexico? And so I go down to Mexico. He lives in a little town near Puerto Vallarta, and I'm doing a little writing and a little reading and stuff. And I'm sitting in a little open air cafe next to the plaza and doing some writing, and I hear this booming voice. "Einstein!" German accent, too. And turns out, and he introduces himself, his name's Hans, and he's been the premier hotel man, first in the Caribbean, and then in Mexico for a lot of years. He knows everybody, all these movie star, royalty, he's an amazing guy, he was Supermensch. And turns out I'm wind up doing a little shtick at a real estate conference and kind of being a PR puppet for the guy down there, you know, doing it up, all these yachts, mansions, making entrances at 5-star restaurants, knocking over palm trees, everything. And you know, of course, the pictures. You got to get pictures with all the bikini babes and the beautiful people. So I'm this guy's kind of his PR puppet, just being seen. I heard him a couple times on the phone. He'd be calling, "Oh, hi, it's Hans. Yeah, I met you at the real estate conference the other day. I was with Einstein." "Oh, yeah. And that's how it worked, you know. It was like showbiz. It was surreal. "What do you got here, Einstein?" Unified field theory, maybe? "Oh, okay, no rush. I'll let you have a little siesta in there again." What is it? Oh, a poem. This is a poem that Einstein wrote. Albert Einstein, 1927. Translation, Helen Dukas. Wherever I go and wherever I stay, there's always a picture of me on display. On top of the desk, out in the hall, tied around the neck, or on the wall. Women and men, they play such a strange game, asking, beseeching, please sign your name. From the erudite fellow, they brook not a quibble, but firmly insist on a piece of his scribble. Sometimes, surrounded by all the good cheer, I'm puzzled by some of the things that I hear, and wonder, my mind for a moment not hazy, if I and not they could really be crazy. I know the feeling, buddy, I know the feeling. So I'm going around